Good afternoon to all. I warmly welcome all the participants and resource persons to this afternoon's webinar, online webinar. It's on the topic of enlightenment and entrepreneurship and inspiring young minds. Let me first of all introduce our resource persons, Dr. C.H. Nagaramya Kiran. She is working as an assistant professor in Guru Nanak Institute of Technical Campus, Guru Nanak Institute Technical Campus. She has done her PhD in the year 2020 from Acharya Nagarjuna University. Before that, she has completed MBA degree with a HR specialization from Vikas Engineering College of Kakinada. She has published many articles on national and international journals, which are peer-reviewed journals. And also she has attended various seminars, workshops at national and international conferences. And also attended various FDP programs during her career period. Nagaramya Kiran, madam. Hello.
Sir.
Yeah, welcome, madam. So once again, for this session. So please.
Thank you very much, sir, for introducing me to the participants.
Please take over your session, madam.
Okay, so thank you very much. At first, I'm very glad that GNIT MBA has provided me ample opportunity to be as a resource person to one of the sessions organized today. And I don't want to waste much of your time. Let's have a small talk. Today, I'm here to create awareness about a few aspects related to entrepreneurship. I think my PPT is visible to you all, right?
Yes, madam. So one request.
Okay. Sir.
Enable your video also, because it is being recorded, so it has to be uploaded to area portal.
Okay, sir. Fine.
Enable your video.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
It's fine, sir. Okay. Here. At first, I would like to introduce who is an entrepreneur and what is all entrepreneurship is about. Okay. So who is an entrepreneur? Do you have any idea? Any of the participants? Do you have a basic idea? Okay, that's fine. So who is an entrepreneur in the sense? A person who undertakes the risk of starting a new business venture is called an entrepreneur. Okay. So an entrepreneur creates a firm to realize their idea. Okay, so that is known as entrepreneurship. Okay, and here entrepreneurship is highly risk-taking and also highly rewarding aspect. Okay, entrepreneurship is all about serving to generate economic wealth, growth, and innovation. Okay, so how entrepreneurship works here? Entrepreneurship is one of the resources economists categorize as integral to production, and there are other three resources here that entrepreneurship can make use of, such as capital and natural resources. Okay, so an entrepreneur combines the first three of these resources to manufacture goods and also the services, and these typically create a business plan. Okay, and soon after that they will hire labor, and they also acquire resources and procure financing from different banks. Okay, and this is how leadership and management for the business may be looked after by the entrepreneur. Okay, about the financing of this entrepreneur, some entrepreneurs are loan payers struggling to get small business of the ground, okay, and others usually take on partners, okay, who are armed with great access to capital and other resources even, okay. So in such situations, new firms also acquire financing from venture capitalists, okay, and you can also avail financing from hedge funds, crowdfunding, or through traditional sources such as bank loans as well, okay. So what's the major difference between small business and entrepreneurship? In the sense, a small business and entrepreneurship have lot many things in common, but they're quite different, okay. So a small business is a company, usually a sole proprietorship or a partnership. This is not they are not at all indulge themselves in doing a medium sized or large sized business, but they operate locally, okay, and they doesn't have any access to a vast amount of resources or capital even, okay. But when we talk about entrepreneurship, it refers to an individual that has an idea and intends to execute on that particular idea, okay. And here entrepreneurship usually starts as a small business, but the long term vision is much greater, okay. In order to seek high profits and in order to capture market share with an innovative idea, entrepreneurship is, entrepreneur will he is indulging himself in doing such and such aspects, okay. Now, how entrepreneurs make money? They can make money by doing by set upping various kinds of businesses. It can be a sole proprietorship, or it can be a limited liability company, okay. So here entrepreneurs can make money business, okay. So they seek to generate revenues, okay, that are greater than costs, okay. So what is the ultimate to increase revenues, okay, and that can be achieved only through promoting their products and services, okay, by means of social activities, or by having good word of mouth communication, and by having good networking also, okay. They can make will increase the revenues for the business. So keeping costs at low also helps them to have higher profits for the business. Be achieved only by efficient operations and true economies of scale. Okay, do you have any idea about what is economies of scale? In the produce large volume of products with the raw material that you have. Okay, so instead of producing low quantity of scale, so if you produce large quantity, okay, that is one of the benefits that you're going to get. So in that way, you business. And here, when we talk about the taxes for entrepreneurs also, okay, so depending upon the structure of business you set up, the taxes you need to pay as an entrepreneur, okay. So if we talk about the sole proprietorship, okay, so as up this way is an extension of the individual. So business income and the expenses all file, and your tax at your individual. Okay, when we talk about the partnership, okay, so partnership functions the same as sole proprietorship, but what's the only difference here? The income will be split among the partners in the business. Okay, and the third one is the company. Okay, so corporation is also a legal entity where separate taxes filed with the IRS from the entrepreneur. Okay, the business income will be taxed at the corporate tax rather than the personal income tax rate. Okay, so the other one is limited liability company. So here these are also taxed in the same manner at the lower amounts. Okay, so this is all about the basic gist of what entrepreneurship is all about. Okay, and let's move on to not every entrepreneur is same as the others, right? Okay, so here I have displayed few types of entrepreneurs here. So the one here, builder. So builder seeks to create scalable business within a short time frame. So builders typically pass a in revenue in the first 2 or 4 years, and they will continue to build up to $100 million beyond. Okay, so these individuals build out a strong infrastructure by just hiring the best talent and seeking the best investors. Okay, so they have temperamental personalities and that are suited to the fast growth that they desire, but they can make personal and business relationships very difficult. Okay, so this is all about builder. And when we talk about the opportunist entrepreneur, okay, so he is an optimistic individual with the ability to scout financial opportunities. Okay, so getting in at the right time, staying on board during the time of growth, and exiting when a business hits its peak. Okay, so these type of entrepreneurs are especially concerned with profits and wealth. Okay, when they build. Okay, so they are attracted towards the ideas where they can create renewal income. So because they are looking to find well-timed opportunities. Okay, this is all about opportunities, entrepreneur. And when we talk about innovators. Hello, sir. Sir.
Hello,
Sir?
madam. Some so audio disturbance from,
Yes,
from your side. Just audio disturbance from your side. Not clear.
Sir, are you clear now, sir?
Just resounding your.
Hello.
Your voice is resounding. Just disturbance from you.
So shall I restart my system again, sir?
Yeah, madam. So continue. So you cannot rectify now itself. You continue.
Sir.
Okay. Maybe internet problem. Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have checked the prior to the session, but it is clear that time. Okay, that's fine, sir. Okay, so far we have completed the discussion of a builder, innovator, and an opportunities. Okay, and let's move on to the next entrepreneur, that is a specialist. Okay, I think we have completed builder and opportunities entrepreneurs. Let's have a look into the third type of entrepreneur named innovator. Okay, so innovators are those who would like to come up with a great idea or product that no one has thought of before. Okay, so think of Thomas Edison and Steve Jobs. Okay, these individuals worked on what they really loved and they found business opportunities through that. Okay, so rather than focusing on money, innovators care more about the impact that their products and services have on the society. So these individuals are not the best at running a business, okay, but they do have innovative ideas. Okay, so this makes them capable enough to serve the market. And last one is specialist entrepreneur. So these individuals are analytical and risk averse. Okay, so they have a skill set in specific area obtained through education. Okay, so a specialist entrepreneur will build out their business through networking and also the referrals. Okay, so which might often result in slower growth than a builder entrepreneur. Okay, so this is all about various types of entrepreneurs. Okay, let's have a look into the different types of entrepreneurships we have. So here I have displayed 4 types of entrepreneurships, namely small business entrepreneurship, scalable startup, large company, and social entrepreneurship. Okay, so let's have a look into each of these entrepreneurships in detail. Okay, so what is meant by small business entrepreneurship? Do you have any idea? Any of the participants? What is meant by small business entrepreneurship? If you have any idea, you can please share. Or else let me share with you. Okay, that's fine. So small business entrepreneurship is the idea of opening a business without turning into a large conglomerate or opening many chains. Okay, so a single location restaurant, okay, such as one grocery shop or a retail shop, okay, will help in selling your handmade goods. Okay, so that would be a best example for this small business entrepreneurship. Okay, and here these individuals usually invest their own money and succeed if their business turns into a profit. Okay, and Here they don't have outside investors, and they will only take a loan if it helps continue the business. Okay, so this is all about small business entrepreneurship. And second is scalable startup. So these are the companies that start with a unique idea, and the hopes of this entrepreneur is to innovate with a unique product or a service and continue growing the company on a continuous basis. Okay, so as the time moves on, the company would like to grow. Okay, so these type of companies often require investors and large amounts of capital uh, needs to be required in order to grow their own idea. Okay, and the market scalable startup. And let's move to the next entrepreneurship, that is large company. Okay, so here large company entrepreneurship is a new business division created within an existing company. Okay, so the existing company may be well placed to branch out into number of sectors. Okay, so CEOs of such kind of companies will either foresee a new market for the company, or else individuals within the company can also bring to senior management to start the process. Okay, so this is all about large company. And next comes the social entrepreneurship. Okay, so the goal of social entrepreneurship is to create a benefit to the society and humankind. Okay, so they usually focus on helping the communities or the society through their products and services. Okay, and here this kind of entrepreneurship are not at all driven by profits. Okay, so this is all about various types of entrepreneurships. And let's move on to the next one, that is what are the various kinds of hardship entrepreneur need to face.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear, ma'am. It's breaking.
Actually, during the starting of the session, my voice is clear, but when I started my session, disturbance is coming now. Am I clear now? Hello? Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on to the hardships involved in entrepreneurship here. Hello?
Hello, madam.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so
Maybe problem of your speakers, I think so. It resounds. Your voice resounds. Maybe speakers, once you check the speakers connection.
hello? Hello, sir. Am I clear now, sir?
Voice, you are reducing voice.
Are you still getting disturbance, sir?
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Continue.
Oh, God.
Continue. Speakers problem, I think. So everything is okay. But okay, ma'am. Continue. So now itself you want to, but continue. Not visible, not audible. Your voice. Not audible. Voice is not audible. Checking connection.
So shall I continue?
Uh,
I don't know what
yeah,
happened with
continue,
my
continue,
headset.
continue, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sorry for the disturbance, sir. Okay. Okay, let's now look into the hardships involved in entrepreneurship. Okay, have you ever heard of being a boss? This may sound awesome, but it's incredibly difficult. How difficult? Okay, as far as I have observed, 70%, because when you're responsible for the bottom line, every setback falls on you. But if you're aware of the steps and tips just a step away from becoming an entrepreneur. So let's explore various right steps and dip into so in a need, okay, and determines a possible solution for that particular need that no existing business usually includes launching and developing new business and marketing them. Okay, so in order to have profits, what you need to do as an entrepreneur, you have to sell those products. Okay, so if you are going to dedicate yourself to start why? Because you need to walk something unpredictable. Okay, that is horrifying. So especially financing. So experienced entrepreneurs, they don't have it easy. Okay, when starting new business, but they do not have a couple of advantages over newcomers as well. So as a brand new entrepreneur, to start networking and reach out to all the possible funding options before landing on a particular platform. Team building. So even if you have got a management experience, okay, so picking a proper team for start is stressful and difficult. So it's not enough to search out candidates who fill certain roles. Okay, so you furthermore may need to consider the team. Okay, so this is how you have to build a team. And as a father of your own startup, as a founder of your own startup, you will be expected to return up with an idea. So when a competitor emerges, okay, it will be your responsibility to return up with a response plan. So that's the reason always alternative contingency plans in order to react to the risk and uncertainty that happens in the business. So the less experience you have, pressure you will feel from this. So and therefore the harder time you will have strung up with the acceptable plans. Okay. And next, dealing with the unknown. So how long will your business exist? Okay. How profitable will your business be? Okay. Will customers like your product? So none of these questions include a solid, reliable answer. Okay. Even if startups based on great ideas. So dealing with such kind of uncertainty or volatility is one of the toughest tasks for an entrepreneur. Okay, it is one of the toughest tasks for a brand new entrepreneur. Okay, and next is loneliness. So as an entrepreneur, you will be alone here. Okay, so there is nobody to help you. Okay, so being an entrepreneur is lonely. So it's a singular position. So you have to have teammates to consider that, to complete each and every task related to a business activity. So you will be working for several levels. So you won't be seeing your family so often. So and your employees are going to be forced to stay at a bit of a distance. Okay, and this is all about loneliness. And next is policy making. So it is fun to be a boss until you have got to enforce something. Okay, sooner or later you will need to come up with the principles your business follows. Okay, so this would be from how many vacation days your workers get to and what the proper protocol is when filing a complaint about a co-worker. So this is how you have to frame a policies related to each and everything. It can be related to recruitment, selection, okay, and the compensation, leave policy, everything you need to do of your own. Okay, and next is decision making. So this is where the entrepreneur's role comes into play. Okay, so new entrepreneurs are always forced to create many decisions every day. Okay, here decision fatigue can be a true phenomenon, and mostly new entrepreneurs will experience it if they are not prepared for a new level of stress. Okay, so this is all about hardships related to a particular entrepreneur. Okay. So can anybody please tell me what's the need of becoming an entrepreneur? That's required to become an entrepreneur. Okay, why? Because it just seems cool. But there are several reasons why individuals choose to become entrepreneurs. Okay, so there could be the reasons like entrepreneurs have, employers have creativity and employees have creativity, but that may doesn't fit with the organization. And your employees want to have a separate lifestyle. Okay, that there is no bound from. There is no time bounding from morning 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, and here employees are very passionate about learning, and they do want to do things new, and they want to change the world. So that's the reason most of the employees would like to become entrepreneurs rather than serving other organization. Okay, so this is all about hardships involved in entrepreneurship and the way to become an entrepreneur. So let us now look into the steps of how to become an entrepreneur. Okay, so let us now look into the steps on how to become an entrepreneur. Okay, so in that, the first one is you have to choose a unique idea. So you either need to offer a unique product, or else you have to deliver the product in a new way. Okay, in the market. Note down, always you have to focus on niche market. Okay, so here you have to identify a particular segment where there are no sellers. Okay, which help in meeting the needs and expectations of that particular segment. So you have to identify that particular niche market, and accordingly you have to come up with a new idea or a product, or it can be a service. So what you need to do here, you have to little bit conduct a research. You have to do a survey here. Okay, what your customers really want, and what are the similar kind of products available in the market. Okay, and in what way you can easily differ your product from that of your competitor. So you have to identify, you have to do a survey, and you have to come up with a unique idea at this stage. And the second one is you have to educate yourself. Okay, so on what aspects you have to educate yourself here? Here, you must be wondering what I should study to become an entrepreneur. So you don't need to have any type of formal or informal education to become an entrepreneur. So no, but there may be few people who may share their views, who may share their life experiences. Okay, so with that only you will be able to understand what will be the pros and cons of becoming an entrepreneur, and how could be the risks associated with an entrepreneur, etc. But if you want to start a technology company or tech company, what you need to do, you should have an experience in running a business, and you should have a knowledge related to computer programming and such aspects which might help you in your business. So some industries like law firms or accounting firms, they will require skill, expertise depending upon the niche market. Okay, and next is plan your business. How will you plan your business as an entrepreneur? At first, you have to build a business plan. Okay, so you have to prepare, you have to make it in a writing a business plan. Okay, you have to determine what you're going to deliver and what kind of products that you're going to offer, and who your target segments are. And here, whenever you're writing a particular business plan, indirectly you are writing about the objectives of your enterprise. Okay, so here, what is your struggle here? You would like to achieve those objectives. Okay, by means of following certain G's. Okay, so such kind of business plan is very much important for getting investors on board in order to invest in your company. So such kind of business plan also measures how successful you are in your business. Okay, and next comes the point: find your target audience. Okay, so how can you find your target audience? By means of doing a survey. Okay, so always you have to do a research upon research on who are your target segments. Okay, who really like
your product, okay? And you have to identify a particular segment in which your products helps in meeting their demands, okay? So not every business will meet the needs and expectations of customers. Only few businesses will be able to meet the needs and expectations of the customers. So you have to find your target audience so that you will be effectively able to meet the needs and expectations of the customers. So what you need to do, you have to be very thorough about monitoring what happens in the business environment. Okay, so there could be several changes that happen in the business environment. So you have to be very careful about monitoring that. Okay, so there could be chances of changes in the social factors, technological factors, okay, political factors, governmental factors. Okay, all these have an on the decisions which we often take in our business. So you have to continuously monitor the changing lifestyles and changing customs of the customers. Okay, it can be related to particular geographical area. Okay, so you have to be very careful about studying their demographics in detail. Okay, so this is how you have to consider the demographic factors such as their age, income, occupation, and the family size. Okay, etc. And the culture, the race. Okay, etc. So that you will be able to identify the right market segment, so that you will be able to serve them in a better manner. Okay, so in that way you will be getting more and more profits, so that it indirectly talks about your existence in the marketplace. Okay, and next one is building networks. Okay, so it is very important for an entrepreneur to build networks with customers, suppliers. Why? Because here, if you maintain a relationship with customers, okay, it will help you in lowering the advertisement costs. Okay, so which is often considered as an expense for the business. Okay, so if you maintain relationship with your customers, okay, you will be able to get new customers for your business. So this is how you can easily attract new customers and increase customer base for your business. And at the same time, it is very important to maintain contact with the suppliers as well. Why? Because you have to have a contact with the 4 to 5 suppliers, okay, who often supply you the raw material whenever in need. Okay, so they will listen to you, and accordingly they will provide you the right kind of raw material, which helps in getting the quantitative, or which helps in getting the quality in the products or the services that you offer. So that's the very reason you have to build networks. And if you build, okay, so whenever your business is moving in a profitable direction, then you can get financing from the banks as well. Okay, how it will happen if you maintain contacts with them. Okay, so once you start your business, you need to maintain a network. Okay, which will help you in getting new customers for the business. Okay, and the next one is selling your business idea. How can you sell your business idea? Okay, not all customers would like to purchase your product all the time. Yes or no? Some may have a need to purchase your product, and some customers may not have any need to purchase your product. Okay, but what you need to do, you have to sell your business idea. So your job as an entrepreneur is to convince people that whatever you're selling is the best option available for them. Okay, so in that way, you have to show your USP, unique selling proposition, so that you will be indirectly adding some sort of value into the product that you offer to the customers. So this is how you have to sell your business idea. Okay, even though the customers don't want your product, you have to influence their minds in such a manner that they really like your product and purchase. Okay, and lastly, market carefully. So what you need to do, this is very important for an entrepreneur. Okay, so among all the steps discussed, this is very important. Market carefully. So you should be very focused on marketing at every stage. Okay, so before marketing, okay, before starting your business, during your business, and after your business, you have to consider the market. Why it is very important? Because always changes happen in the business environment, and you need to change. You need to make changes in the decisions that you take in the organization based on the changes that happen in the business environment. Okay, sometimes you can easily adopt social media okay, in order to spread awareness about your products and services. Okay, so last but not the least, always what you need to do, you have to focus more on marketing efforts on your in attracting your target audience. Okay, so these are all the various steps involved to become an entrepreneur. So you should be very careful about each of these steps. Okay, let's move on to the tips for becoming a successful entrepreneur. So here I have displayed few tips. Okay, and there are several other strategies that can be used by many entrepreneurs, but I have displayed few among them. Okay, let us see one by one in detail. Position yourself as a leader. So entrepreneurs lead the way. Okay, but positioning yourself as a leader is not just about having the right answers. Okay, but it's more about knowing where to find the answers. Okay, you will have to make a lot of tough decisions in your new line of duty. Okay, so what you need to do, you should have a confidence to take decisions on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and second is be open-minded. So you, as an entrepreneur, you should know when to say when. Okay, so your idea of what's right may actually be sometimes wrong. Okay, so be open to some other ideas and suggestions. Okay, so please do remember that your business is actually not about you. It's about delivering the product and services to the customers. Okay, so doing whatever it takes you to ensure that your customers turn into repeat customers. So that is the very intention of doing a business. Okay, so you should consider, okay, you should accept the complaints from the customers and you should respond to them. Okay, so in that way, you will be able to have loyal customers. Okay, whenever they get satisfied with the products or services that you offer, or whenever you solve their complaints, then they will get satisfied. If you have such kind of satisfaction in the customers, you will be able to have loyal customers. So in that way, they may become advocates for the business, and indirectly, it helps in reducing the advertisement costs. Okay, so that's the reason you should be very open-minded. You should listen to others. You should listen to others' ideas and suggestions also. Okay, and next is deliver value. Okay, so ensure your company delivers real value to your clients or customers. Okay, so you have to ensure your business products and services, whatever you sell, actually deliver a substantially better result when compared to your company. Okay, so whatever value they see in your product, that is very important for the customer. Okay, so you have to ensure, okay, the price you may charge. Okay, so that, okay, you should make that value is worth related to that particular price. Okay, and next one is build long-term relationship. So it is very mandatory for an entrepreneur to maintain relationship with customers. Okay, for long-term existence of a business. Okay, so people always do business with companies they know. Okay, and they will really like and trust you. That's the reason they would like to approach you again and again. So that's the reason loyal customers. Okay, here they have a belief and they really trust you that you are ready to solve their problems, that you're ready to satisfy their needs and expectations. Okay, so what you need to do, instead of hunting for new customers, if you're satisfying the existing customers, it might help you a lot. Okay, so that's the very reason you have to build long-term relationship with your customers for a longer period. Okay, and next one is you have to seek new ideas. Okay, especially beyond your industry. Okay, so don't focus solely on your industry of novel ideas. What you need to do, instead of that, you have to focus more on the ideas that you really get. Okay, take for example the drive-through concept. Okay, it is commonly found in fast food. Okay, which is usually borrowed from bankers. Okay, and next one is inspire your team. Okay, give people a reason to be excited to work for your company. Okay,